Hi everyone, today I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to edit PDF documents without using Adobe PDF Editor. We're going to use this specifically for Mac users. We have an app called Preview and I'm going to show you how we can edit some documents. I'm going to show you how I edited this document, which is a calendar. You add the dates in, you can use it year after year. And as you can see, here it is completed, and all I did was add in those from Colette at mycomputerismycanvas.com. She is a great work-at-home mom, and I love the vibrant colors of her artwork, yet the simplicity of her calendars. This one is not dated, so you can just print it out. I write in the dates over and over. So each year, you just write in the dates. I like her chalkboard one, but for me, this one was better. So this is actually the one I purchased. So there is her website, mycomputerismycanvas.com. Here she is on Facebook, and here she is on Instagram. I really prefer Instagram these days, so I follow her on Instagram. And there is my Instagram name tag if anybody wants to follow me. And we're gonna go on to this, a blank calendar. And I love the idea of this because, as you can see, each month has a different theme. And again, it matches the menus that she created. This is a separate file, a separate purchase. But as you can see, I love the vibrant colors. I love the theme of February, love. Can't go wrong with love. The only thing I wanted was some lines on the papers. And that's what I did. Now, when you buy a PDF document that's not editable, you can't edit it unless you purchase the PDF editor from Adobe, which I did download and try. I just wasn't that impressed with it. So for Mac users, we have an app called Preview, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you. File on my desktop. And what I do is I right-click it, and when I right-click it, it says Open With. And there are my choices. Now, I do have Word on my Mac because my husband is a Word guy, but most people don't. Most people have Preview that comes with our Mac. So I like to edit in Preview, especially something like this. So I've opened up the document in Preview. And what I have is a little tutorial there that I had started, and I'm going to show you what I did. The document comes with no lines, and I wanted some fine lines just so that I could write down. As you can see, we have a few things on certain days. But I didn't want the lines to dominate the picture. The picture itself is so beautiful and so vibrant. I just wanted some fine lines. One of the downfalls to Preview is that you don't get to adjust the transparency, but you can adjust the font size, which is what I've chosen to do. And as you can see, I could copy and paste what I've already done, but for the sake of the tutorial, I'm going to show you what I've done. So up at the top for Preview, you have View. So you're going to click on View. And you're going to scroll down to where it says Show Markup Toolbar. And that's what you're going to click. And that gives you this. This lets you crop items. This lets you put in a word box, shapes. This also gives you here where you can edit your text. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply click Text. So up popped a little text box. Now you just go ahead and you adjust the size of the text box. For the lines, you want to come slightly outside, so that you don't have a gap. I had a few gaps in mine. And now here you have the text. Now you can zoom in for this to make sure that the coloring is perfect if you're a perfectionist like I am. So what you do is you go to the top, you click File or View, and you want to click, all right, you're just gonna zoom in. Going to zoom in. Now you can hit the keys on your keyboard, which is what I would do, but I'm not going to move the camera that quickly for you. So here we have our text. And now what I want to do is I want to get the text to be the color of the frame of the calendar so that it doesn't dominate the picture. So I go up at top. Now I'm going to keep Comic Sans, and I'm going to keep the small 10 point because again, I want my lines to be fine. I don't want them to dominate the picture. And now here we go. We have these different colors. So what I do is as I'm clicking on it, I kind of take a look at this and I view it with this little box here with that. So it looks like it's going to match. But to make sure, I take this and I move it to the print to the frame. That looks like it's going to be good. So now I kind of recenter out my picture. For this part, you're going to want to zoom out. And up here, you can just do this. Look at that. As I was doing the tutorial, I was able to see that. So now we come back and we double click. And now what you're going to do is you're just going to hit shift, and up at the top, you're going to do the line. It's that simple. It's that basic. So what you want to do is you want to do the line from one edge to the next. The next problem we're going to have is spacing. I didn't want my lines only 10 points apart. I wanted them further. So once I completed the line, I hit enter and enter again to make my lines as wide or as thin as I wanted. So then I'm going to shift and I'm going to do my second line. This gives me some control over the spacing. This part is tedious, but again, once it's done, you can copy and paste for each row, and then you can actually copy and paste for each document, and I'll quickly show you that. So I've decided that this is the spacing I want for this tutorial. So now what I'm gonna do is, see the hand? I'm gonna right click. Oh, that doesn't work. Okay, sometimes for preview, you have to right click, get the entire box there, and then go on up to File or Edit. Nope, not yet, I don't have it clicked correctly. So you come back until you have it clicked correctly. I think that's it. And I go back up and I go to Edit and I click Copy. So now I know that I've got 2 more rows, so I'm gonna go back up and I'm gonna paste twice, because if you paste twice, you're done. You don't have to go back up for it. Or you can hit Control V, which is what I normally do, but for the sake of the tutorial, what I like about the Mac thing though is when you hit the edit and it says paste, it gives you the control keys that you would use. You would hit this little Control V, Control C, and Control X to cut, copy, and paste. And then this Control A to select all if you want to delete it. So now I kind of think that this is too light, this color. So I'm going to leave it for the sake of the tutorial. You can mess around with the color. So now we have this done, so to speak. You can clean it up. But now I want to come down here and do this again in the other months. February is the same color, so I'll show you what we do for March. Here I've done it for March, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit paste again, and hopefully, yep, there it is, shows up on this third. It's one document, it's one long PDF, so you can just scroll down. So you're gonna get this where you want it, and then you're gonna say, okay, this is good. Now, thing is, you don't want it to be red, you want it to be green, because again, you wanna match. Luckily, she used some basic colors. She didn't use any crazy coloring, so we just go up to highlight, go up to the top, and you have your color choices. Again, you want your color to match. You're going for the like dark green. Sometimes you can move this around your paper. So I'm gonna go up to this dark green. And I think we're gonna have a winner here. Maybe it's slightly too dark. Let's go down one. I think this will be good. So now we come here and we check, and oh, there we go. It's a little lighter than I wanted, but again, you can go back up, play with the color. What I like about this is if you click on this, if you go down to show colors, you have all these options. You can darken it, you can lighten it. So once you get the family, the color family, you have all these other options here with preview to really perfect the color. Keep in mind that when you print these out, the coloring probably is going to be closer to what you want anyway. One other issue is when you're done with preview, if you save the file as is, as you can see, when you open it up, it is very difficult sometimes to edit what you've already done. So I was able to cut from here. Now, if you open this up in PDF, you cannot edit what you've done in preview in PDF, and you cannot edit what you've done in PDF in preview. So keep that in mind when you do it. I keep a copy of my lined menus along with the blank ones. I do not sell any documents, and I do not resell anyone else's documents, and so I would say don't ever resell anyone else's work, but I do give these out as gifts sometimes. So I hope this tutorial helped. Thanks.